Hernandez for Total Boxing, joined by Peter Fury in Norwich, and we've just seen the excellent debut of young Fury against Rolanda Cesna, third round KO. Must have been very proud and happy with that performance from young Fury tonight, Peter.
Yes, let's take into account we've got a young heavyweight who's just turned 18 last month. He's just 18 years of age. He's a baby really, and he's only had 4 amateur bouts. So Cesna, he knew his way around the ring. Albeit he's only had a few wins, but he's had quite a few fights, I think. How many has he had? 10, 12, 15?
He's had about he's had about 21 defeats, but he's only been stopped about 3 times, hasn't he? He's a durable guy. Hasn't been stopped that many times.
Okay, so we've got a guy who's had 21 fights. It's a big ordeal.
21 defeats.
21 defeats, whatever. So basically, he's been stopped 3 times. So I'm happy with his performance. What does he need to work on? In the first round, I told him to take his time. He was a little bit tentative for me. He wasn't closing his distance too good. So I told him to pick it up, start doubling the jab, which he did. In the second round, I told him what he was doing wrong. I said, start getting a little bit closer, I said, and putting the right hand behind the jab. But he was still too far away. Wasn't closing the distance too good. So after the second round, he won the first and second round okay. But that wasn't the point. He could do a lot more. So in the third round, I said, look, listen to my instruction now. Step on top of him. I said, let your shots go. I said, close the distance down. I said, start taking it to him properly. So he said, okay, and he did that, and he resulted in a 3 knockdown. I think he was down 3 times.
3 times, yeah.
So we got him out of there. So I'm very happy, because I'm happy for the simple reason he took his time. He listened. He never got overexcited.
Yeah.
He never blew up. He got into it gradually, because it's a learning curve, So he got into it. He worked well behind the jab, and like I said, when he stepped in after the third, I was pleased with him, because he done what I told him to do. You can't ask for no more.
And very pleasing that he listened between the rounds, and he has the ability and the skill to execute what you were telling him as well.
Yeah, that was the other thing. I said to him, are you listening to me? I said, because I told you in the second round, step in with your feet, and you've not done that. So he said, yeah, I'm listening. I said, right, do what I tell you, get out there, step on top of him, start letting your shots go. When he did that, it was immediate success. He had him down, up again, told him to take his time, not rush in, throw an army of punches. I was pleased with that as well. So he took his time, and he got him out of there. So very happy with it. He's got his first fight out the way with a guy who's only been stopped now 4 times out of 20 odd bouts. So it was good.
So that's the debut out the way. Where they always say the debut is probably the hardest fight, because with a debut fighter going into it, doesn't really know what to expect. So it was important that he did relax, wasn't it, when he got in the ring?
Well, they're totally, him in question, he's totally reliant on my advice. He hangs on every word I say. So he's saying to me, what's going to happen? He's never been in a professional ring. So I'm telling him what's going to happen, what he needs to do, talking him through it in the changing room, and he done exactly that. Little bit slow starting, a little bit more slower than I anticipated, but he started picking it up, and he was the guy was basically there for the taking, and when he stepped it up, he got him out of there.
I did notice as well, he's got quite an American shoulder roll defense going on there, hasn't he? Is that something that he's been doing on the gym?
What we've got to look at, he's
almost Mayweather-esque, wasn't it?
He's a little bit. He can switch as well. He's got good boxing skills. But here we are, like you said, in unknown territory for him.
Yeah.
So he can come on tenfold from that. The tentative next time will be gone. The unanswered questions will be gone. Now he's had the victory. He's had the 3rd round knockout. He knows what it's about. He's dealt with the crowd. He knows exactly what he's dealing with. So it's baby steps, but he's going in the right direction. So he's not going to be rushed. He's a kid, and he can just develop and develop. So we're just going to get him a load of journeymen and let him learn his trade. He's got a long way to go, but the talent is there. He can punch as well.
But those clubbing right hands, weren't they? That Cesna took.
Yeah, he's got some very good body shots as well. A good body puncher, and he's a good. He's got a little bit of a Mike Tyson roll with him. He opens his legs wide, he rolls, he comes in low, and this guy, he's 6'1". He weighed in at 16-12. He probably, I never pushed him too much in getting him in super shape because it's his first fight. These kids need easing into it. You can't put him in a Tyson Fury camp, like the rest of them. He's not on a world level, he's just starting. So basically, probably good fighting weight for young Huey. He's around 16 stone, could do lose another 12 pounds. But like I said, now he's getting to it, we'll just keep stepping him up, building him on it gradually. And I was happy with it.
When can we expect him to see him next out?
I'm hoping to get him out on Tyson's undercard on the 26th of July with Tyson, Eddie Chambers, and we'll see how he goes there. So it'll be second fight in within 4 or 5 weeks. So he's moving along nicely.
And you've mentioned Tyson just very briefly. How are things going for July 26?
Things are going very well. He's working extremely hard. We've got some good sparring in. We've got 4 or 5 sparring partners. We've got Eddie Chambers, which are fortunate because Eddie Chambers is similar size to Dereck Chisora, different styles, but it's all going well. He's executing what we need him to do, so it's going to be a very interesting night, and I don't predict it's going to last long.
And I know it's your job for it not to happen, but we have, obviously, Tyson has already dealt with Chisora once already. There is a danger you could suspect that Tyson could take Chisora lightly because he's already beaten him. That's not going to happen, is it? Tyson's not going to take Chisora lightly, is he? There's too much on the line, isn't there? WBO world title decider fight, isn't it, as well?
Well, let me just answer the question. You've seen Tyson here this evening. Does he look in fantastic shape?
Immense.
Does he look in the best shape he's ever been in his entire career?
Looking good, yeah.
Yeah, that says enough.
Sure.
Make no mistake, I don't cut corners. I don't underestimate anyone. I couldn't care if Chisora lost 19 of his 20 bouts. This is on a serious level. This is a lot at stake, and Dereck Chisora is being took just like we'd be facing Vladimir Klitschko. There's going to be no excuses in this camp. He's trained very hard, and the best man will win. And I believe that best man will be Tyson Fury. It's only Tyson Fury's fight to lose. We know what Dereck's going to do. He's short, he's compact, he's got to pile a heap of pressure and chop that tree down. So basically, that's where we are. There's big risk coming in, and Tyson's punching extremely hard.
And you're predicting an early finish in favour of Tyson.
I predict as soon as he lands clean, it'll be. It won't go to rounds. I'm not saying Dereck Chisora's not tough. He is very durable. He's a good fighter. Make no mistake. But when you got somebody in the ring 6'9", 18'7", and he starts planting his feet and releasing them shots, this guy can seriously punch. He's an underestimated puncher. But you're going to see the best of Tyson Fury on the 26th of July. You're going to see a young fella going through the ranks, making his way, making mistakes and coming back from them. But hopefully now we've creased all them out because we've got a very hot iron. And hopefully they're all gone. So let's see a mature performance from Tyson Fury. That's what I'm looking for.
And we'll touch on Huey as well. He's been out of the gym, but he's been boxing with the virus. How is he? When is he back in the gym, and what's his well-being like?
He goes back to a bio clinic in London on the 10th of July to see how the treatment's going. He's on all adrenal pills and whatever. He's had this virus for 6 years nearly, traced it back, and he's been boxing with it. So what he's achieved with this, you've only got to look it up on the internet and see. We'll just look up copper levels, high copper levels. It's all on the internet, you see what it does. For this young lad to get where he's got is immense. It's been frustrating for us because we know what his ability is. So when he's been there and he's been boxing and not being, although he's been doing well and winning comfortably, there's a lot more he's got to offer, but just not getting in the gears. So we knew something was wrong. So I'm looking forward to getting this out of his system. They're confident it could be gone in the 10th of July, I'm hoping it is. And then he's on a rebuild program, which we've got to take him back to the training slowly and build him up again. Because this virus, it attacks the muscles in the body, it attacks everything. It's not an unusual virus, but it's a virus that when you stop training it goes to sleep, when you start training it wakes up. So it's a virus that thinks can duplicate cells, so it is a complex thing, it's very serious for athletes. So once he's free of that, then he's got the rest of his career we can really think about it.
And to look forward to. He's still a young man, isn't he?
We're going to get him right, and we're not going to mess around with Hughie. He's still young. He's had the baby steps. He's 14 and 0. We're going to step him up, so we're going to get him some kind of a meaningful fight when he steps back in the ring, which will be this year. I don't know which month, because depending how long the virus takes to get out, but he'll be back in action this year against a credible opponent.
Well, we wish him well, back to his road to recovery to full health and fitness. Best of luck to you on July 26th.
Great.
And we look forward to catching up with you soon. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, appreciate it. All the very best.
Thank you.
Thank you.